See, in the business of selling players, you have to give credit to whom credit is due. You understand? This is a player, Renato Veiga is a player that Chelsea put a price tag of like 40 to 45 million on his head. And at the end of the day, they got him sold for about 30 million pounds. Now, that is not the catch. 40% sell on clause. That is massive. That is significant. 40% sell on clause for Renato Veiga. It looks like you are selling him over again. The way Chelsea does their business is too sweet. If I'm having a business I'm going to be doing buying and selling tomorrow, I need to go and knock on the door of Blue Coat, clearly capital. The way they do their business is so special. Now, when you sell a player for 30 million pounds and then you put a 40% sell on clause, what that means is that if that player is going for 50 million, you are getting 40% of the deal, more like you are getting 50% almost of the deal, of the total package. And then for the club to sanction that player's sales, the club's buying him, that means the price is going to be significant in most cases. Chelsea does this business and then people just don't look towards the direction when it's time to make a profit. You know, when they do the business, we all shout, we all, say a lot of things. They keep buying everybody, keep doing everything. But the record is clear. Most of the players that Chelsea have bought, they have made significant profit on them. Because when you buy a player, look at Joao Felix, for example. When you buy a player of that caliber, you bring him to a club for a season, and then another season you are selling him for the record amount that you are selling him to Anasa. That's pure profit, because over time, when you see the activities that are taking place, you see that okay, it has improved the club, and then money-wise, they have been able to take their club, their jersey says, there are so many deals that are involved in all these players that you're seeing. This is very, very wonderful from Chelsea. This is a very brilliant way of doing business. And then to crown it off, Julio Enciso, the Brighton player, has been bought and has been, sent to Strasbourg. And according to the news, according to Fabrizio Romano, in a year later, he's going to come back to play for Chelsea. It's perfect. Multi-club business owners need to learn from Clearly Capital. This is really beautiful, the way this business is being done. Now, the only heartbreak that I had yesterday was Eberechi Eze going to Arsenal. Because Eberechi Eze is a player that Chelsea should be going for. But one way or the other, Tottenham always know how to bottle these things, and they've bottled it. He has turned to Arsenal, and Arsenal has signed him. Here we go, according to Fabrizio Romano. Now, I see Eze as a box breaker. I see him as a dribbler. I see him as a finisher in a team. There is no position that you put Eze from that midfield to attack that you don't have the quality. Of course, we are going for Xavi Simon. It's good when we get a player like Xavi Simon in. It's going to be perfect. But because of the way we are doing the business, I'm sure that Xavi Simon will come to Chelsea. Because at this point, it's going to be a huge loss, huge miss, if we are unable to get Xavi Simon, and player like Eberechi Eze is going to Arsenal. Let me know what you think about this, because we've also have some couple of, news concerning Nkunku going on a loan, or either with a buyback and mandatory buy option, and we have Asel Disasi currently is being favored to go to Burnley. I see that deal particularly happening. So we have a lot of deals. We have a lot of transfer rumors here now and then, but we have been able to do a very nice business with Renato Veiga. In fact, that's the major reason I'm doing this video. Because when you look at a player like Renato Veiga, he's supposed to come back since Leverkusen sustained that injury. But since the club has decided, okay, let him go on a permanent sale, and it looks like, okay, Inter Milan, what's the name? Atletico Madrid was, initially favored to get him, but since the whole thing turned out to be, negative at the end of the day, still getting a kind of deal with Villarreal. Most of the La Liga teams don't have money. That's the truth. Anthony could not even stay with Real Betis. So I'm not expecting that Villarreal will cough up more than 30 million pounds. I don't believe it will happen in the first place. Now, but to think that you put a sell on clause in the deal to still get what you want and sell the player, this is a nice way of doing business. Let me know what you think concerning this particular deal that Chelsea has done. And then the third kit is out and is very, very, very superb. This third kit is like the feeling I have. I just felt like I can get the jersey now. It's a very, very brilliant third kit. In fact, most of the jerseys we have been getting from last season till now have been very, very good. Look at our currently first and second kit. Look at the third kit. This third kit is so beautiful. Now I've seen it on the umbrella, very, very nice. Seeing it on the Seba William, the black and the touch of 2004-2005 jersey, which our first Premier League title. I think that was the idea behind the jersey. It's very, very beautiful from Nike. Very, very beautiful. So let me know what you think concerning these particular topics I've raised. And kindly like, subscribe, and switch on your notification bell so that when our subsequent videos drop, you get notified. Thanks.